Hey, it's Ryan from UpfitSupply.com, and in this video we're going to be installing a Magnum Headache Rack on our 2021 Ford F-150. Let's get started. All right, now attached to the headache rack is going to be a card like this with a QR code on it. This is how you're going to get your instructions from Magnum. Scan that with your phone. They've got a whole list of videos and PDFs that you can download specific for your vehicle. Make sure you reference this for the ultimate source of information. Of course, we're doing our best to follow this as well. Now, just a couple of notes about our particular installation. Number one, this is a low pro rack. You'll see it's the style of the bars on the inside. It's got the horizontal bars with the cutout for the window. But the attachment of this to the vehicle and basically the entire installation process is going to be the same no matter the color, the style, or even if you get the high pro or the sport rack, it's going to attach the same way, and the wiring harness should integrate basically the same as well. Now, this is a 2021 model year. It is the short bed or the 5.5 foot bed. A couple of nuances with the installation with this short bed. Do have the Super Crew cab as well as the LED lighting. We do have our in-bed camera window and stuff like that. Sometimes that does matter for your particular wiring harness that you're gonna get and all of that. Now we're gonna break up this installation kind of into two parts. First is attaching the rack, and then second is gonna be attaching our wiring harness so that our lights will work on the rack. Now, this is my third headache rack on this vehicle from different brands that I've installed. This installation is by far the easiest, and part of that is because our rack here is actually just one piece. So we have our frame and our feet all welded together. There's no pre-assembly that we need to do with feet to the frame and all of that. The mounting brackets are also pretty simple to attach as well. You're going to get two of these. It's going to be a P and a D for passenger and driver side. These integrate into your stake pockets right here. Now, if you're in the 5.5 foot bed, the short bed like we are, there is no cap. Like back here, there's a cap kind of for your stake pocket. There is no cap on this forward one, so you do need to trim away this plastic piece. We already did that, just used a razor blade. Now, if you don't want to kind of cut this hole blindly, this measurement here, it's 3 inches from the front of this plastic piece right here, and it's going to be 5/8 of an inch from the inside. So if you want to start your cut there, you basically need to cut out that entire area so that you can fit in those brackets, but then once that's done, it's pretty simple from there. Now I'm going to start by putting our driver side bracket in first, just because I have the camera set up. Here's a little tip that will make this a little bit easier. I'm going to take our longer bolt like this and thread it into the top location. That way I can kind of feed it down in there and not risk dropping it and so on. Then we're going to take our shorter bolt like this. I'm going to put a washer on here. I'm just going to feed this through. I want to line up so that this threaded location right here, technically a rib nut, is going to line up with this existing hole in the bed. I'm going to tighten this down. Not too tight, because we do want some adjustment in there. Then I can go ahead and take out our long bolt. Do the same thing over here on the passenger side. Again, I want that P. Our mounting brackets in place, we can go ahead and lift our headache rack into place. And these feet pretty much sit flush at the front of those bed rails. You can kind of see it's this hole closest to the frame that we're going to be using. And we're going to use that long hardware, go into that threaded location. Same thing on the driver's side. So the mounting of the headache rack is complete, just 4 bolts, really simple. Next, we're going to attach our wiring harness to the truck so that our lights will work. You have our blinkers, our brake lights, and our reverse lights. And first thing that we need to do is fish this connector in between the cab and the bed. I find it's actually easier to do this outside of the bed. There's a little gap over on the side, so I'll slide down over there. Next, we're gonna take our main harness and attach it to our 7-way connector underneath the truck, kind of near the hitch, and tie that in there. For safety purposes, we're gonna go ahead and disconnect the battery so that we don't run any risk of damaging the vehicle or ourselves. Okay, with our battery disconnected, we're under the truck here at the hitch. This is actually our hitch bar right here, spare tire. And here's our connectors for our trailer hitch wiring. First thing I'm gonna do is remove our 4-way plug right here, just because it's kind of in the way. Probably isn't necessary. You just push in that little tab right there to remove that. Then up here on our larger 7-way connector, you need to slide this little gray piece back, just using a small flat head in there. Then with that released, there's a little tab in here. You just want to push with your finger, and it should slide right off. Now I have our included harness right here. I want to take the grease that's also included and just put it inside these connectors. It's going to help keep out any moisture and things like that for the long term. So you're going to take our, I can't tell if that's male or female end. Let's secure this onto our hitch connector first. Take our factory harness, tie it in to our T-clip, push in our little gray clip right there. And similarly, I'm gonna have to push in our little gray clip right here. And I'm going to reattach our 4-pin, make sure that clicks. Right, we're up here at the engine bay. You can see we disconnected our battery right there. We need to attach our red battery wire from the battery and run it back to our little harness towards the hitch. We're going to use this little post right here to attach. Don't want to use this one because it is for loosening and tightening the actual connector to the battery. So we're going to use this location right here. Has an eye hole connector already. It is fused. I'm going to go ahead and take this fuse out just for safety. And then since this is the smaller connector, I'm going to route this down through the engine bay, go underneath the vehicle, and attach it in the back. Well, obviously, as we route this, we want to keep this away from anything that's going to move or get hot. So that's going to be, obviously, your drive shaft, your CV axles, brakes, suspension components, whatever that may be. You just want to steer clear of that. Make sure you're not attaching the wiring to that either. Then finally, we can put some grease in our little battery wire connector right here and attach this. We're going to want to secure all of this out of the way. You can use zip ties. It looks like there are some holes here in this little module that you could, tie into a location as well. I'm a fan of the zip tie method, so I'm going to go that route. So now we want to route our harness up to the headache rack connector that we dropped down between the bed and the cab. Just a couple of notes on routing. You do not want to attach this to anything that's going to move. So a good place is going to be along the frame rail up here. Obviously not your leaf springs, not your axles, anything like that. And if you get it away from any components that are going to move or excessive vibration or things like that, it's kind of the inside of this frame rail right here is going to be the way to go. We're going to attach our harness connector to our headache rack connector right here. And then we're going to secure this out of the way as well. We reattached our battery. And I'm going to go ahead and put in our fuse here. And then just as a test, I'm going to put the vehicle in accessory mode and put on our hazards. And then just with our hazard lights on here, our brakes illuminated, hazards in the middle, right there, everything looks to be working correctly. May need someone to help you with the reverse lights, but other than that, should be good to go. Now that just about does it for the installation of this Magnum Headache Rack on our Ford F-150. Now if you're looking for this headache rack or any other equipment to get your truck or van ready for work, we've got what you need at upfitsupply.com. Again, my name is Ryan. Have a good one.